2012 was a very interesting year of metal, and today I am going to give you my favorite albums of 2012. We have 15 albums that I'm going to give you, from my favorites to my very favorite, and I'm sure a lot of you people know what my favorite fucking album was in 2012. So you know what, before I start, pop your favorite albums down below. This is a list that I just created in 10 minutes, albums that I thought in 2012 were worthy for this list. But you know what, I may have missed something, I am not too sure, but these are the albums that I could think of that was released in the year 2012. Coming at number 15 is none other than Demon Hunter True Defiance. This is indeed my favorite Demon Hunter album. It is a metalcore groove album with some really great songs like God Forsaken, Tomorrow Never Comes. Someone to Hate is an incredibly heavy song by Demon Hunter, but overall it's a very solid album, and it's definitely my favorite album by this band. Next up is Aborted Global Flatline, which was released on January 20th. This is a fantastic album, a very hard-hitting album by Aborted. It's some great technical elements, and it's a sound of the old Aborted. They bring back the old sound. Gone was the melodic shit from Strychnine. It's great songs like Fecal Forgery of Scabs and Boils, Global Flatline, and none other than End Still to end off the fucking album, which is like 6 minutes. It's just overall fantastic album, and it's a must listen if you like some brutal technical death metal. Next up is Mgla with Hearts Towards None. Just a fantastic album overall, incorporating more black and death metal elements, but it does sound at times like Behemoth, especially days like Evangelion and even Satanist. Just really great songs. Like, I love When Hearts Towards None 3, and then you got with Hearts Towards None 7, which is like 10 minutes, but yeah, it's a really atmospheric sort of album, and yeah, it's one of my favorites. Next up is probably the most heaviest fucking album I've ever heard in my whole entire fucking life. It is Cryptopsy Self-Titled, and this is when Cryptopsy really dialed up the heaviness on this album, and I still say to this day, this is the heaviest album of all fucking time. It is so damn intense. Red Skim's Scapegoat is just incredible. His vocals are just on another level. The Unspoken King was more towards that deathcore side, while Cryptopsy dialed in and it became more technical death metal, more just brutal as well. And yeah, this is definitely one of the most heaviest albums I've heard in my life, and Cryptopsy just nails it. This was released on September 11th. Just a banger of a record. Some great solos, some great tremolo picking, not to mention the drumming is just absolutely batshit crazy. So next up is Parkway Drive Atlas. This is a really good album. It ranked number 3 on the ARIA charts in Australia, and yeah, I still think this is one of my favorite albums by Parkway Drive. Songs like Sleight of Hand, along with Dark Days. Dark Days, a strong message talking about the earth and climate change and everything like that. Songs like Atlas. Winston's vocals are just insane in this, but it is the final album that sounds really metalcore, and because the next album was Ire, and they completely changed their sound. But next up is Napalm Death and the album Utilitarian, which was released on February 27th through Century Media Records. This is indeed my favorite Napalm Death album now. I absolutely love it. There are some great songs like Form the Sword, Circumspect, Errors in the Signal, along with Everyday Pox, and just great guitar work, and Barney's vocals are just really intense and brutal at times, but of course you get some cleaner vocals as well throughout this album. Just some great technical elements as well, and just a build up. It's just a really fun fucking album. Next up is Between the Buried and Me, the Parallax 2 Future Sequence, and this is really close to being one of my favorite Between the Buried and Me albums. I love this song, Extremophile Exile, The Black Box. They got a 15-minute song, Silent Flight Parliament. Just a really fun album overall. Love the vocals. Love the proggy nature of this. Yeah, the riffages are just really infectious in tone, and it's quite atmospheric in tone as well. And yeah, I kind of wish I actually put it a little bit higher, but these next albums I'm gonna mention, I fucking love. Next up is Asphyx Deathhammer. You're a Deathhammer. It's Deathhammer, and what can I say? Martin's vocals are just so damn sandpaper-like, and yeah, I love Deathhammer. I love how brutal and heavy this album is. There are some great doomy elements as well, a mix of death doom, songs like Deathhammer, Minefield, which is like 7 minutes long, one of the most doomiest Asphyx songs I've heard, songs like The Flood, As Magma Mammoth Rises. I love the instrumental as well with Doom You to Death. Intense album, and it's just one of their best albums in my opinion. And Asphyx just goes strength by strength, releasing a brand new album this year called Necrosaurus. And yeah, I feel that Necrosaurus is better than Deathhammer, but Necrosaurus is on a different league on its own. But yeah, Deathhammer is such a fun album. So next up is some more Death Doom. Incantation, Vanquish in Vengeance. Really good album overall. I still think Legion of Dis, which is 11 minutes, is one of the slowest fucking death metal songs of all fucking time. Legion of Dis is a funeral doom song with just gut-wrenching vocals by John McEntee. Vanquish in Vengeance, Profound Loathing, which is like 8 minutes. Some great guitar work, some great drumming, and the vocals are incredibly guttural, and I just really enjoy this album overall. It's a long album as well, especially for Incantation. But yeah, it tells a story, transcending absolute dissolution, ascending eternal, the Hylian's genesis, that riff on that song, so damn good. One album that is slightly better than this, in my opinion, is none other than Nile at the Gates of Sethu. This album is so damn good. I love the Egyptian melodies. Now the problem is that a lot of people don't really like this album because of the overall production. Production is very grainy, very thin in tone, but I love it. I really do. Songs like Enduring the Eternal Molestation of Time, Neutral Liberation of Fear, Deception of Death, Tribunal of the Dead, songs like The Chaining of the Iniquitous. There's just so much happening on this album. When My Wrath Is Done, the vocals, his vocals are so damn good on this. Love how technical this album is, creating a technical death metal. Next up we go some black gaze, some black metal, Alcest Levoya de l'Arme, just an incredible album. I love the album cover as well with the swan. But yeah, what can I say? This is a masterpiece by Alcest. It is one of the best albums. I love the guitar work on this. I love Nisha's vocals and just the beautiful melodies that do get stuck in your head. And you know what? The next album was, I think, is like Kadama, and Kadama was just a whoa. That was my first Alcest album I heard, but Les Voyages de l'Âme is definitely one of my favorite albums by Alcest. I love the self-titled track, which is like 7 minutes. It's just beautiful. The beautiful guitar work, the drumming as well, and just the atmospheric vibe. At times, I love the production. Production's so damn good. Next up is Elysian Blaze, Blood Geometry. If you like Doom, Funeral Doom, you're gonna fucking well love this. This is like Black and Funeral Doom. This album runs about 2 hours. Wow. Just the overall organs that are prominent throughout this album, along with the guitar tone. Mutatus's vocals on this are just whoa, so good. Blood Geometry is so damn eerie. It's just these vocals along with just an interesting piano melody. Blood of Ancients, Blood of Hatred is like a 36-minute song, and it just goes so damn quick. There are just ambient passages that lead on to such heavy moments as well. The eerie atmosphere you are getting. Each song averages around about 12 to 15 minutes, with the shortest song, A Blade for Twilight, running about 3 minutes and 45, with the longest song running about 37 minutes. And the instrumental to end off the album is one of the letdowns in my opinion for Elysian Blaze, and the reason why it's not as high as the other albums that I'm going to mention. But Blood of Ancients, Blood of Hatred is a masterpiece by Elysian Blaze, and Elysian Blaze Blood Geometry, the whole entire album, that 2-hour album, is a fucking masterpiece. It's one of my favorite albums of all fucking time. Elysian Blaze, Blood Geometry, check him out now. Next up is Swallow the Sun, Emerald Forest, and the Blackbird. A lot of people are divisive with this album, but you know what? I absolutely love it. I love Cathedral Walls featuring Annette. The chorus is so damn good. It's doomy, it's gloomy, it's great death doom. Songs like Silent Towers, April 14th showing so much emotion, Night Will Forgive Us. Just a really long and epic album by Swallow the Sun. It is not their best, but you know, Swallow the Sun are it's close to flawless in my opinion. They're close to flawless. And the next album, you know, the next album, Songs of the North, which was released in 2015 or 16, I think. A masterpiece, but this album is a masterpiece as well. I absolutely love Swallow the Sun, Emerald Forest and Blackbird, just a solid modern day classic. Next up is Ahab the Giant. This is just brilliant. This was up to be one of my favorite Ahab records, but behold, Call of the Wretched Sea is actually my favorite now, but the Giant probably would be my third now, I think, just because Oceans of Vanitas is just has grown on me so damn much. But Aeons Elapse, Further South, songs like Antarctica, the Polymorphosis, that fucking riff, oh my god, the riffs on this are so damn crushing and heavy. It's incredible funeral doom. It is so damn good. Now, a lot of people I've read the reviews about this, the Ahab the Giant. Some people are bitching about the clean vocals, and how this album is so damn heavy. It is one of the best. Giant, oh my god, the Giant is amazing. The great slow guitar solos you're getting on this, just the crushing guitar riffs, intense drumming, just feels like you're just tossed within the ocean. I just fucking love this album, I really do. Ahab the Giant is easily sitting at number 2. There's no doubt a lot of people know my favorite album of 2012, and one of my favorite albums by this band is none other than Anaal Nathrakh, Vanitas. No doubt I love Vanitas. I love how melodic it is. It is definitely the most catchiest albums by Anaal Nathrakh, apart from Endarkment, which is even catchier, but it's so damn melodic. And this is when Anaal Nathrakh redeemed themselves from Passion, even though Passion is like a fantastic album as well. Vanitas is so damn heavy, so damn visceral in tone, and not to mention just the intense production. Just the intensity is just so damn good. Songs like Forging Towards the Sunset, A Fire and Fucking Pegs, You Can't Save Me Anymore, You Can Save Yourself, So Stop Fucking Trying, along with Todos Somos Humanos, just Despite the Face, The Blood Dim Tide, The Metaphor for the Dead, all that outro Metaphor for the Dead is one of the best outros in my opinion. Love this album. Make Glorious the Embrace of Saturn, that guitar riff on that song. Oh, in my opinion, this is the best 2012 album. It is. This is the best 2012 album in my opinion. Absolutely love Anaal Nathrakh, Vanitas. I may be very biased on this, but you know what? Fuck it. This is my opinion. I want to see your favorite albums down below. I doubt a lot of people would actually have this at number 1. But yeah, I can't lie. I've played Anaal Nathrakh, Vanitas so many times, way more than the other albums I just mentioned. Holy shit. This is just an incredible album by Anaal Nathrakh. A very interesting album by Anaal Nathrakh, and definitely one of the most different albums by Anaal Nathrakh as well. And the next album, Utilitarian, was a little bit of disappointment by a lot of fans, but you know what? I fucking love Utilitarian as well. Anaal Nathrakh, Vanitas is sitting at number 1. Anaal Nathrakh, Vanitas is my number 1 album for 2012. So guys, let me know in the comments below your favourite albums of 2012. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep the discussion going in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one. And I will see you in the next one.